Is this recording? Alright. Okay. Hey, what's up? It's Restricted Arts. Today I'm gonna be doing just a pretty basic Photoshop tutorial on how to add blending options to your text, or you can do it to icons or anything really, just to make it look a little better. And then so you may already know this if you're pretty good with Photoshop, but this is just pretty basic stuff. So just open up, go File, New, open up a new project. Just the size doesn't really matter for now. I'm just going to do 1000 by 800, and then go to the Type tool. First, I like to make the background gray, just so that black and white both show up on it. Then I'm going to make this white, so that my text is white, and I'm just going to type in test, since this is a test. Well, it's not really a test, it's a tutorial, but so then hit Control T on your keyboard to bring up the transform commands, and then you want to hold Shift and then drag to make it bigger, and then let go of the mouse before you let go of Shift. Like, if you don't do that, if you don't hold Shift, like if you don't like it, holding Shift makes it perfect. So if you don't hold Shift, like, you either go too much this way or this way. So press Control T and then drag up and hold Shift, and then just bring this thing up the screen. Now once you have the font you want and typed what you want, right click and click Rasterize Type. Right click on the layer. Now you want to right click again and click Blending Options. So this is going to bring up this palette that allows you to add blending options. Or start out or add a drop shadow. So check drop shadow and click on it so you can edit it. First we'll increase the distance a bit, then increase the size. You don't want to do it too much, just overdoing stuff usually looks bad. Alright, so that looks fine for drop shadow. Then we're going to go to Bevel and Emboss. First we're going to change this to a grayish color so that it shows up on the white text. Go to normal. Then I'm going to bring the depth way up. Because this is a sharp font, you want to keep your lines fairly sharp. And then just increase the size. 3 looks about good. So you can see that already looks much better than what we had before. Yeah, once you get good at this, you can do this in 20 seconds. And so once you have all the blending options you want on there, you're going to right click again and click Rasterize Layer Star. Rasterize Layer Star. But also, if you want to copy this with the same blending options, what you can do is hold Alt, so you get that double arrow, then just drag it. And then if you want to type something else, you can just click here, except you have to be on the layer, test copy. Wait, hold on. Oh, I rasterized it, so never mind. I rasterized the type already, so I can't do that. But so if you do want to type something else, you've already rasterized it, we'll just type test again. Bring it down here. Then you go to this and right click on the blending options, click copy layer style, go up to here, and then paste layer style. And so it looks a little different because since this is smaller, the same size is going to look a little weird. So we'll go to Bevel and Emboss. Bring this probably back to 1. Even that looks a little weird, but it's fine for now. And then we'll bring the drop shadow back a bit. Alright. So that's if you want to do something for a background. That's more of a background thing. Now I'm going to show you how to do something if you want to make a thumbnail. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to do something that you'd use on a thumbnail. So let's do a new project. I'm not quite sure what dimensions a thumbnail are. This is just the video dimensions. There we go. I'll go 1280 and I'm recording. I'm gonna go there. Alright. So I have one thing that lots of people do, I have it saved up. It's just something like this. Now mine is not very good quality, but you can sharpen it up. Or just something like rays like this, kind of like rays of light is something that most people do. I don't make thumbnails using this very much, but that's why I don't have a very good quality picture. But I'm gonna make this something like a green. Alright. God, this is a terrible quality picture. Alright, we'll just ignore it for now. Alright. Then so when you want to put text on something like this, you really want it to pop. So we'll type test again, and we're using a different font this time, something a little bit easier to read. Then gonna size up again. And just center it, then you're gonna rasterize it. Now you're gonna right click again, go to blending options. This time we're gonna add a gradient overlay. So you're going to click on your gradient to change the color. So since we have this green, so alright, you're going to click on this thing right here to select this color stop where this color is on the gradient. You're going to click on the color to change it. I'm going to go something like a dark green, and then click on this one to change the color. I'm going to go to a lighter green. Alright, so then right now, you see that kind of blends in and that doesn't really pop very much. So you want to go to stroke, and then just increase the stroke. Maybe something like 6 or 5. 5 looks good. And then see, that makes it pop a little more. Right now, let me throw a drop shadow on. Just something. Make the angle 90. Just to give it a little bit more depth. Make it look like it's kind of off the screen. So this is very basic. Obviously, if you're doing a real thumbnail, you may want something a little better. But this is just basically how to do text for thumbnails and backgrounds. Yeah, that's about it. Tell me if you like these tutorials, and if you have an idea for one, leave it in the comments. Since you'll probably be the only one that leaves a comment, I'll probably do whatever you suggest. Unless it's not. I'm going to try to keep things basic for now, but I'm eventually going to get into Cinema 4D and things like that. Sorry. Yeah.